You are listening to the Disney Dream Girls, an unofficial Disney theme parks podcast, and this is show number 301 for Sunday the 23rd of February 2020.
Where dreams begin.
Hello and welcome to the Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young, and together with my jolly good chum, Jane Phipps, we are your guides to the place where dreams begin. Hey up there, Janie.
Hey up, me duck, you alright, love?
Hey, we've gone into a bit of colloquial language there, darling. We're going to have listener complaints.
Well, you started it by saying, "Up, I couldn't resist." Then, hello, Michelle. How are you?
I'm jolly good. It's been half term.
It has.
And I am currently sat in my study, which is surrounded by piles of books I have recently marked, my packing from my Disneyland Christmas adventure, which I've not yet moved.
Oh.
And basically mountains and mountains of things I need to organise and get onto. But the best bit is I've got a very nice coffee in my hand in a Minnie Mouse mug. I've got a keto fat bomb to the side of me, and I've got my good friend on the other end of this call.
Oh, bless you.
I'm a soppy old duck when I want.
Just a little bit, yeah.
So how's life treating you? This weekend is going to be a mad weekend because between me and you, I'm busy with funeral and first aiding and you're busy moving.
Yeah, not me personally, but the preschool that I manage, yeah, we're having to move out. We've been kicked out of our current building and we're relocating. It's not far. We're only going like, oh, crikey, a 5-minute walk up the road, 10-minute walk up the road. But it's that thing of, like any move, when you suddenly realise just how much stuff you have and where's it all going to go. And so, yeah, very busy couple of days, and the start of next week is going to be interesting.
Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It will be just bang on some Disney tunes and the littlies will love it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the oldies, the adults in the room. They may not be up for it, but yeah, I get overruled, unfortunately.
No, you're the boss. You choose what you like.
Yeah, I choose to go and sit in a room out the way. That's what I choose to do.
Well, last weekend we had fun and games together. We met up and had a night of cabaret. And
yes, we did.
Boy, oh boy, there was this artiste that blew my socks away. He was on something called a seer.
Yes, I'd never seen that before at all.
And basically, it's a huge hula hoop, I believe made out of metal, and he was performing sort of acts of strength and balance and poise using this giganormous hula hoop. It was amazing.
It was very clever.
It was, and it made me sort of get a little bit excited about thinking, well, do you know what? I have never seen Cirque du Soleil in Walt Disney World, but thinking that they're combining their artistry with Disney is maybe tempting me on my next trip to go and visit.
Yeah, I must admit, actually, I've never partaked of a Cirque du Soleil show, normally because obviously they're not cheap things to do, are they? So, yeah, actually, I know I've never given it any thought before, Michelle. So, yeah, maybe one to think about.
Absolutely. And I loved the weekend anyway because I got to wear for the very first time my Disney food dress, which was my ka-ching bargain of the trip that I managed to acquire for half price.
Yes, and you did get some very nice compliments, didn't you?
I did. The lady taking our tickets was like, "Oh, I like your dress. Oh, I like your necklace. Oh, I like this." And it was like...
It's like, Michelle, there's people standing behind us. Can we get in now, please? Come on.
I think she must have been a Disney fan.
Maybe, yeah.
So I'm really excited for our next night out, which is going to be to celebrate Simon's birthday and mine.
Yeah, and Molly's.
Oh, gosh, it's Molly's as well. It's the trio of birthdays.
Yeah, it is, yeah. May's not a good month for me.
Oh, it's a great month for me. I have the Year 6 SATs and then my birthday in the middle of
Woohoo! It. Yay. Well, at least you can go out with us and celebrate the end of SATs, can't you?
True. But anyway, many years ago we were going to talk Disney.
Were we? Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry, we're just getting totally diverted by all these other things that are personally going on in our lives.
Right, let's get on with it then, shall
But while we're talking of friendship, I would like to introduce a night to celebrate friendship.
Oh, okay.
Over at the Disneyland Resort, and this is the Pixar Night on the 5th of March.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be from 8 p.m. till 12 a.m. Hard ticket event at Disney's California Adventure.
Right, okay.
Now, I must admit, having been back in the park and seeing Pixar Pier and enjoying the vibe and the feeling of everything, it's a fantastic part of the park now. I love it. And I went on all the attractions apart from the carousel and I had a really good time. And I do love the Pixar characters, some more than others.
Yeah.
So this is going to have some dance parties. Notice the plural.
Right.
There's going to be the encouragement for you to come dressed in your best style because Edna Mode will be about and looking at people's outfits.
Yeah.
There's going to be some delicious bites and things to eat. Now, I've had a look at the pictures. Some of these look amazing, but is it looks over substance? We will not know until the actual event.
That's always the danger, yeah.
But, oh my word, there is one for you here, Jane.
Oh, what's this?
Apart from the coating, there's a corn dog barbecue pork belly with barbecue sauce and pineapple.
Oh, pork and pineapple, nice.
I know. And then for those of us who've got a bit of a sweet tooth, there is an amazing looking eclair.
Right, okay.
So we can't help but resist the sweet tooths. But
No.
away from having to buy extra food and spend even more money, there's going to be an array of your favourite Pixar pals available where you can go and say hello and have your picture taken.
Okay.
So that, if you are a character hunter, you know, I've never actually seen Edna Mode in the park, so that'd be really good.
Well, that's kind of the good thing with these type of events, isn't it? That element of being able to get up close and personal with sometimes characters that you don't see all that often, or not at all in some cases.
Yeah. Downside is there's going to be queues.
Well, you know, that's Disney's, isn't it?
Well, yeah, true. And of course, you can't go to a Disney event without merch. Just can't be done, can it? It's impossible to do.
Well, you've got to have something to mark the occasion, I suppose.
True. Now, the downside is the cost.
Well, it's not going to come for free, is it, love?
No, it's not. $109 per person.
Ouch.
You can get in DCA from 5 o'clock, I believe, which is,
Right.
they've called it a California Park mix-in, which I'm guessing that you can get into the park 3 hours beforehand. So if you haven't got a park ticket for the day, you are then getting a lot more for your money because you've got access between 5 and midnight.
True. Yeah, and I'm assuming that there's that certain elements of the park will be open to all. Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone is planning on going, I'd love to hear from you. You know, maybe you could do a little bit of reporting for us. You're able to buy your tickets right now via the Disney website, available all the way up to the day before.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because obviously we've had the Villains Night as well, so it's interesting to see how these events are going to roll out and whether we're going to get more of these one-off themed evening type things or not. Because it's kind of like, what's the impetus for this? Is it just another thing to be able to say that they can offer? I don't know.
Over on our Disney Dream Girls podcast family, the lovely Kimmy Walker and Rebecca Mannion did a little bit of chat about the Villains Party because a few people have been asking about it, and they did share some pictures and their thoughts about it. So I'm trying to persuade Becky to come on the show and review her recent trip. So
Oh yeah, before.
fingers crossed we'll have her on in the next couple of weeks.
Cool.
Okay, let's move away a little bit now. And next bit of news, Jane. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah, not long now, is it?
It's not indeed. It's a few short days away. March the 4th, though. They're at Hollywood Studios. And I've got a little bit of audio I've been able to capture via Disney Parks blog, where some of the cast members that are going to be working on the attraction had a chance to experience it. So let's hear what they had to say.
Ooh.
I am super excited to be here today. I get to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway with the opening cast. I'm so excited to see how they react to this.
As an Imagineer, we're always being challenged to do things that no one has ever done before. And for this attraction, you are going to be in the cartoon world, and anything is possible.
Ride testing is extremely exciting for everyone here that's been working on this project for a very long time, because we are really excited to have the cast come in, get a first look at this attraction, and have them come ride the ride and really experience what we've been working very hard with between Walt Disney World and Walt Disney Imagineering.
Riding the attraction for the first time with my fellow cast members was an amazing experience. The energy from them and the energy from the ride just made for an unforgettable experience.
This is one of the most unique attractions that we have here at Walt Disney World.
Riding with my opening team cast member was amazing, great experience, and it was a lot of fun.
Nothing can stop us now.
So what are you thinking about this attraction? I'm so excited.
Well, they all sound very happy and very excited to have got the chance to ride it. And it's great, actually, that, you know, the people that are going to be up and operating it, they get a chance to ride it, so they know exactly what they're talking about, which is, I know it seems very obvious, but it's great that that happens.
And it's great that there's something going into Hollywood studios, which we've all said, Hollywood studios over the last couple of years has been dwindling down with the draw. Obviously, it's got Galaxy's Edge now, and it's got this new attraction. And I do gather they are planning on lines being quite long, and they are putting in place readmission for people who get in the line and realise they need to make a visit.
Yes, I had read that as well. I thought, this just goes to show, like we have said, because they're, yes, with the exception of Galaxy's Edge now, but up until recently, there hasn't been that much to draw you into the park if you were umming and ahhing about whether to go to the park or not. So something like this is going to bring those crowds back in. And, you know, because it's a universal theme and appeal with it being Mickey and Minnie, you're going to hit up people that love Disney completely, and it's very iconically Disney. Whereas even with Star Wars, there are people out there, I know this is hard to believe, that don't like Star Wars and wouldn't be interested in going to Galaxy's Edge. Whereas with Mickey and Minnie, it is that, like, that's Disney. What if you're going to Disney? What else are you going to Disney for? Surely to goodness, that's who you're going to see. So now that they've got their own ride for the first time, it's got to be on everybody's, you know, top of the must-do list, surely.
And I do think it's a brilliant fit for the studios, because it is all about filmmaking process, and that obviously fits in with the start of the Disney company with those early cartoons. Absolutely,
yeah. Cartoons, animation, getting all that in there, trackless system as well. I mean, it does sound absolutely such a fun, it's my sort of ride as well, such a fun ride to take part in. So fingers crossed it lives up to all the hype.
You mean there's no inversions or loop-de-loopy things for you?
That's the ones.
Oh, you never know. Well, we're going from something that Jane loves intensely to something that Jane loves even more. Is that physically possible?
Oh.
But a little bit of Disney bling.
Can't beat a bit of Disney bling.
Now, this past Christmas, I was so excited. I was in the jewellery store on Main Street in Disneyland, and I saw the most amazing pair of earrings. They had the little mini bow, but they were like covered in glitter, and they were gorgeous, and they were quite a chunky drop earring. And I just said, oh, I've got to have them. And I thought, do you know what, I'm not going to delay, I'm gonna get them now. So I asked the cashier to get them out. The price tag wasn't that ridiculous either. They were about $50. And to be honest, for the size and chunkiness of the earring, I thought, wow. Anyway, my friend Tommy Allison then comes along and says, no, Christmas present. So he ended up buying them for me, which makes me love them even more. But then I realised they were by this American fashion designer called Betsey Johnson, who at the time I'd never heard of.
I actually have some of her jewellery.
You see, I've never heard of her.
Well, I have a lovely, it's a bracelet and earring set that I bought in San Francisco in 2010 from Macy's.
Wow. And that was Disney?
No.
So just different,
no.
Right?
But it was her design, so it's very quite my style, quite eclectic sort of thing. And it was like the earrings were drop earrings, but one was a different style to the other. So a bit quirky, which I kind of liked about it. So I must admit, when you said Betsey Johnson, my ears pricked up big time.
She is Marmite. I will be honest. She is Marmite because it's not to everybody's style. She recently did a Snow White collection.
Okay.
And some of the pieces were amazing, but the other ones were just not me. They were just a little bit too out there.
Yeah.
And anyway, cut to the long story, on the 21st of February, a couple of days ago, she was appearing at the Disney dress shop in downtown Disney, 2 o'clock till 4, and she will be revealing a new collection.
Ah.
I'm really excited to see what it is.
I love the fact that you've got all the, and now we have like Ginny and Burke's and Harvey's and all this stuff, but I love the fact that all these designers are coming in and giving their own little twist on something that we all love, and the fact that that means that the range of things that you can buy, whether it's handbags or clothing or jewellery, is vast, and therefore it can appeal to everybody's budget. So if you've got a bit of extra dosharoonie to spend, then you can go for your higher end stuff, or likewise, if it's just the parks collection that you want, you can go for that as well.
Yeah, loving the fact that they are catering for the adult Disney fan.
Because we are the ones with the money. That's who they need to cater. Well, some money, well, not all the money, but you know.
Well, no, all the money is with Disney because that's where it all goes.
True.
Let's hop away now from merchandise and go on over to a bit of a celebration.
Oh, okay.
The Practical Pig is a Silly Symphonies cartoon, and it originally was released on February the 24th, 1939.
I don't think I've heard of this one, Michelle.
You haven't? Well, don't worry, because you can hop to our website and I've embedded a little link to that there YouTube where you can watch it.
Oh, okay.
The thing that I love about these little silly symphonies is this one particular has a story to tell.
Okay, yeah.
So I do suggest you all reacquaint yourself with it and give it a watch. And happy birthday! Let me work that out. 1939, so that's what? 80 years?
Yeah, it's getting on for it, yeah.
And when you look at it, to be honest, the quality is outstanding.
Yeah, I must admit, we all know about these, cartoons like this one and the rest of the silly symphonies that are out there and the early days, and it's very easy to forget about them because there's so much happening in the current world. But actually, if it wasn't for these ones, we wouldn't be where we are today. And I have to admit, I've got some, and I think I've got them on DVD now, but I had them on VHS, some of the Christmassy ones that were done around about the same sort of time as the Practical Pig. And it is amazing to sit and watch and think, oh my goodness, that was being done how many years ago?
Okay, Jane, we've been chatting for long enough. I'm hungry.
Oh, surprise, surprise. You and me talk about food.
I know. And I thought about a place that you love. And it's had some recent menu changes. So I thought it'd be really useful for us to have a quick little look at this Magic Kingdom eatery. Look at some of the items. Make some suggestions on what we must eat there. And then we'll have a look at an eatery over in Disneyland. And I'd like to do a little bit more of this menu checking with people because I think sometimes you get stuck to the same places and you don't branch out and try new places. So let's have a little look through what there is. Okay. So this is the Columbia Harbour House menu.
Oh, okay, right.
So we've got all sorts of things you can... It starts quirkily with the dessert. Don't know why, but a new thing on the menu is the Minnie Mouse chocolate lava cake.
Yes, I've seen that. I thought, why are we starting with dessert?
Because it's warm.
Oh, okay.
So when you order it, you've got to eat that first or it'll go cold.
Fair dues. Or you could order it and then it cools down by the time you come to eat it?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
So what's on the main event? Is there anything on the menu that's catching your eye, Jane? There's a lobster roll, salmon, chicken pot pie, a salad, shrimp skewer, and chicken breast nuggets.
Well, you know me, Michelle, I'm going to have to go for something that's at least an attempt at being vaguely healthy to a certain degree, and, you know, going on our keto low-carb angle. So something like the grilled salmon screams out at me. I think it's quite nice that you're getting something like this from what is essentially a fast food, quick service restaurant. So either the salmon or the grilled shrimp skewer. I could do without the rice if I'm going to be completely honest, or there's going to be the salad with the chicken.
Sad news for you though, Janie. Your favourite broccoli is no longer available here.
I know. You know, you can't hold on to these things, can you? You've got to kind of move with the times. If they feel they need to change up for whatever reason, then providing there's still a good choice left on the menu, then you kind of got to go with it, haven't you?
Yeah. They offer a plant-based menu item as well, which is a lighthouse sandwich, which has got your favourite hummus in. And that does actually have the broccoli slaw.
Slaw in there, yeah.
But for me, I'm going to be really unpredictable here, and I'm going to go for just a side on the menu. I'm not going to have a whole dish. And they have a New England clam chowder soup for $6.79, and that suits me down to the ground, especially.
The sides are quite nice, actually. If I can get green beans and carrots as well, would suit me down to the ground. But I must admit, the New England clam chowder sounds like quite a hearty little thing just to keep you going sort of meal.
Or another option would, for me, be the chicken pot pie, where I just scoop all the middle stuff out and leave the pastry.
Well, I suppose that's always one way to go, isn't it?
Yeah, something hearty, a little bit of protein, and then it's served with those nice healthy veggies. A lot of people who go here, though, go for one thing, and that is the trio platter. And this is the fried shrimp, breaded chicken, battered fish, hush puppies, and then you can have either the vegetables or the French fries. And I think at $13.99, that is a feast.
Yeah, it's a good buy, actually, isn't it, really? Especially when you consider that if you're going to go and get just the shrimp on its own or the salmon on its own, it's still $13.99. So at least that way you get like a taste of everything.
For me, it's not a place I tend to go to a great deal, I'll be honest. The other half has a crustacean allergy, so he's always a little bit wary about going there. But, you know, maybe thinking about a solo trip coming up, you never know. I will probably go and fill my boots.
I think one thing I've always liked about there is being able to go upstairs in the seating, and it tends to be a bit quieter. So, and I don't know, for some reason I think where its location is, it tends to get a bit forgotten about. So sometimes if you're looking for somewhere and everywhere else is packed, that sort of little like, oh, try there and be surprised.
Fantastic. So where's your favourite Walt Disney World eatery? Maybe we can do a feature on that in an upcoming show. Get in touch with us, let us know, info@disneydreamgirls.com, or tweet us @DisDreamGirls. We'd love to hear from you. Have you got a favourite? Let us know. So let's hop on over to the other coast and pop in to Disneyland.
Oh, right, okay. So where are we going to try in Disneyland then, Michelle?
We're going to go to the Red Rose Tavern.
Right.
And I love this place for one reason and one reason alone.
Okay, what would that be?
It's got jolly good Wi-Fi right outside the door.
The ever-important Wi-Fi.
Well, I'll be honest, lovely. As we were wandering round the theme park, trying to get my Max Pass to work, I suddenly found out where the pockets of good Wi-Fi were, and this was one of them.
Actually, in today's climate with mobile ordering, goodness knows what else, we need good Wi-Fi, don't we?
Yeah, and I have a meal to die for here, and it's rare that I will go down the route of not having meat in a meal, but this particular one is really good. It's the Enchanted Cauliflower Sandwich, $11.79.
A cauliflower sandwich?
Yeah, it's a cauliflower steak.
Ah, okay.
And it's got a vegan spicy lime aioli.
Right.
Lettuce, stewed tomato on a toasted roll. But you can ask for it without the toasted roll. And it's served with either French fries or apples. So I can make that pretty much keto.
Yeah, true-ish, yeah.
So that's a really good tasty one for me. And again, this is another eatery where there's something for everybody. You've got burgers, you've got poutine, you've got salad, you've got chicken sandwich, you've got flatbreads, you've got nuggets. It's just got everything you could possibly wish for. So my question is to you, Jane, what are you ordering?
Oh, well, crikey. It's going to have to be something meaty for me. I mean, I must admit, the cauliflower sandwich, it sounds a bit peculiar, but I can see why you went for it. Probably the beef forbidden pastrami burger, because there's plenty of meat in that. Because you've got your beef patty, you've got your Wagyu pastrami, you've got cheese, you've got pickle, you know. I don't want the bready bit, but I'll have everything else.
I've actually had that under another name in the past.
Oh, okay.
And it's a pretty good burger.
Yeah.
It's quite pricey at $16.49.
But there's a lot of stuff going on there.
There is, and the little bit of pastrami as well just really lifts it to another level. And then the oozy cheese.
See, meat and cheese and you've got me.
Yeah, sold.
I'm a very easily pleased lady.
Yeah. And I do think it's worth the upcharge from the standard classic Angus burger.
Yes, because you're getting that pastrami and you're getting the Swiss cheese with it, aren't you? I'm quite intrigued by the spicy mustard spread as well.
Yeah. But for $10.49, there is a pretty good chopped chicken salad.
True, I was being really, really good. But you see, I would just order the burger without the bread, so there you go.
And this is where you can obviously get the grey stuff.
How could we forget?
Their version's slightly different. It's on a biscuit base with the red velvet cake and the chocolatey Oreo type mousse. I did try this back on my last trip and meh.
Oh.
It was incredibly sweet. We shared it between 3 of us, but it was nice.
So how does it compare to Disney World grey stuff then?
Well, the Disney World grey stuff is just the grey stuff, whereas this has actually got red velvet cake, which happens to be one of my favourite cakes in the world, in it, and it's got a nice raspberry centre, so it's a comparable thing, but just maybe my palate has changed a little that I can't do with too much sweet stuff.
Yeah, true.
If you're wanting a bit of a themed beverage, there's Gaston's Famous Brew, which is an apple mango punch topped with passion fruit foam.
I bet that's nice and sweet as well. Apple and mango with passion fruit, yeah.
But the thing I love about this place is that the gluten-free, egg allergy, shellfish allergy, milk allergy, pre-nut allergy, soy-friendly menu items are all listed on the website. So if you've got an allergy, you know this is a good place for you to go because they will personally make sure that they can cater to your needs. So it's a good place to visit in my mind.
Yeah, and it's nice to see those things actually being shouted out rather than saying, oh, do you do a version of type thing.
Right, so that's a little bit of foodie chat. How about we have a little walk over to the dark side, Jane?
The dark side? Wow, where are we going, love?
We're going over to Universal Studios, my lovely.
Well, wash your mouth out.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So why are we taking the dark road?
Well, this last trip in December, my jolly good friend Terry Harden arranged for me to go on a VVIP tour.
I know, yes. Lucky lady.
And it wasn't just your standard one. This is a tour that you cannot purchase.
Ah, even more lucky.
Well, that's what made it VVIP, because I was able to have a personalised tour of purely the studio tram tour. Now, I've said this on the show before when I've been talking about going to Universal. As a young child, I saw Judith Chalmers going on the Jaws studio tour element and seeing that Jaws come out. So when I went over to Orlando and experienced that, it was like, no, this isn't what Judith Chalmers went off when I saw it when I was 6.
Yeah,
and I've
I'm
always
with you.
wanted to go. And anyone in the UK will remember this show. Wish you were here. And I've always wished I was there. And I was able to do it.
Look at you.
I know. So our tour began nice and early, and we were being driven around in Terry's car, and we were able to park our vehicle up at any point. Any point. So we went down Alfred Hitchcock Drive first. It's so exciting. And we kept seeing all the people on the tram tour going past, and we were like waving to them. And especially when we were out of the car and they were looking at us like green with envy, and we're wandering around walking, taking selfies. They couldn't do that.
I wonder if they thought you were some sort of celebrity, Michelle, or they're trying to figure out who you were.
Obviously. Well, they probably, Googled and found the wonderful Terry Harden. But yeah, we were able to have our picture taken outside Hitchcock's original bungalow there, which has still got his outline classic signature trademark, which was really cool.
Nice.
They'd just been filming Will and Grace a little bit earlier, so we had a picture there.
Oh, cool.
And then there was a classic sort of brownstone row of houses where we were able to go, and it'd been used in umpteen films, so that was really cool. And then Terry did a little bit of drama for us.
Okay.
Now, we have all seen Dirty Harry, I am sure.
Yes.
And remember that famous scene with regards to the number of bullets in his gun?
Yes.
Well, that literal spot was on our walking part of the tour, and there's a picture I've got of Terry Harden laid down on the floor, and between her and her other half, they played out the scene for us, and it was hysterical. It was so cool to be able to do that. And then, I don't know about you, but a classic film from my childhood was Back to the Future.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I went to City Hall.
Oh, cool.
I went up to the steps. And I had my picture taken in about 57 places. And then we were able to go around the back and inside the set.
Nice.
And it really revealed a lot about filmmaking, shall I say, without giving away any spoilers. But that was amazing.
Very cool.
And remember the big gateway that said Lion Estates?
Yeah?
Yeah, we saw replicas of that being just abandoned down one of the roads. We walked in the area that they filmed the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's no longer a lagoon.
No.
We looked in some of the stage sets as well. They were building something up for a new show. We went down Western Land, so we saw how that was done and had it explained to us how they transform it into a Western film set.
Oh, okay.
But then the biggie. We saw the big billboard. Amity Island welcomes you. Beach closed by order of Amity Police Department. And at this point, my fangirl level just went to like 10 billion. I was like getting so giddy. And we kept seeing the tour bus go past us, the tour tram thing. And we saw the Jaws element from so many different angles and videoed it and had pictures taken. It was fantastic. I finally achieved something that the 6-year-old Michelle had always wanted.
Oh.
Then we went down Wisteria Lane.
Yes.
So I saw a little bit of Desperate Housewives set. Went past some of the sets from Whoville, which was awesome. And we saw the Psycho House and the Bates Motel. It's so cool.
Very cool.
It was amazing. So many sets of films that had been filmed there. It was just unreal. And I just don't know how you can top that.
Well, if you're into your movies, it's the quintessential place to go, isn't it, really?
Yeah. We spent about 90 minutes in total going round the whole area. It was just amazing. We saw scenes that they'd used from Jurassic Park, from all sorts of things. But then I had an experience unlike any other.
Pray tell.
Well, you know, one of my favourite food groups is the donut.
Mm-hmm.
I went to try a voodoo donut.
Oh, okay, yes, I've heard of these.
Well, you've seen all the pictures and the hype over them.
Yeah.
And you're asking yourself, is it worth the hype?
Did they live up to it, yeah?
Oh my God, they do. Oh my God, they do. I loved it. I had the voodoo doll, which is the classic one, which is the character that they have outside the shop, and it was the most lightest donut, and it had a classic raspberry filling, which to me is perfect. A dark chocolate glaze. Oh, it was perfect. And then we had lunch at Jimmy Buffet's Margaritaville.
Did you have a margarita?
I didn't have a margarita, unfortunately, no. But if you go on our Instagram, you'll see the picture of me trying to feed the voodoo doll to the voodoo doll outside the store, which I thought was hysterical. But hey-ho. And then we went to Jimmy Buffet's Margaritaville for lunch.
Yeah, you lucky person, you.
I'm a very spoilt puppy.
Very spoiled. But you appreciate it though, Michelle, so that's all right.
Amazing. I did appreciate it, and I am ever so grateful for Terry for arranging that day for me. We had such a good fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, something slightly different. I will get to go to Universal and go on some attractions on a forthcoming trip, I'm sure.
Well, you kind of have done an attraction. It's just you kind of done it from a very important point of view.
Yeah, and I suppose when I go on the tram tour next time I'm there, I'll see it completely from a different angle.
Yeah, and you'll be able to sit there going, I've been there, I've been there, I've been there.
I know, and everyone's going to say, shut up.
Yeah.
So yeah, another little piece of trip report from my trip at Christmas. Hoping that we'll be talking a little bit more about the other bits and pieces in the next few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well that's about all we've got for this week. So I'm going to wrap up the show with a big bow. You know how to contact us at DisDreamGirls on Twitter and Instagram. If you would like access to over 100 additional Disney Dream Girls shows, pop on over to patreon.com/Disney Dream Girls and you'll be able to find out how you can access them and at the same time help keep this show sponsor free by supporting us by a few dollars each month. Recently, I have just released a 40-minute or so interview with Erin Foster of the Disney Cruise Line with audio that is never going to be shared on this podcast. We will share the edited highlights of the interview, but we like to just share a little bit extra for our Patreon supporters. Anyway, until next time, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
This podcast is part of the After Dark Podcast Network.